There's a beautiful organization out of Miami called Aleph Institute, where they constantly visit and keep in touch with Jewish prisoners, visit them, cheer them up, and get them involved. Six young men who were visiting prison after prison in Florida, driving down the road in Florida, when this BMW kind of very professionally pulls them off the road, like a police kind of guy who knows how to pull someone over and get them off the road. And he does it while he makes a motion like this. Obviously, I want to wrap tefillin. And out of the car jumps this Israeli guy, and he says, "Do you guys have tefillin? I need to put on tefillin." And there on the side of the road, they put on tefillin with him, and of course, they want to know what's going on over there. I wouldn't mind being pulled over to be asked to put on tefillin. Got to make sure to have some in my car. But like, they asked this guy, "What's going on?" So he said the following. This is the background. That I used to work for the Border Patrol, and a good number of months ago, I pulled over a truck that was driving very suspiciously. Asked the driver for his license. He was very nervous, and in the course of a conversation, it turns out that he's Israeli, as am I. And I asked him, "Is there something in that truck I don't want to know about?" And he broke into tears and confessed that he'd been offered a lot of money to try to drive a truck with suspicious stuff in the back, known as drugs, for a one time delivery. And since he was struggling to support his family, he agreed to do it. Now he was looking at terrible results. I had pity on him, and we disposed of these drugs, and I let him go with a warning, and life continued. 6 months or more after this, I went north to a wedding. And at this wedding, I saw a guy with a yarmulke and tzitzis and a beard, but he looked familiar. When I approached him, it turned out that this was the very guy that I had arrested. And he told me that after that arrest, he and his wife decided they got to get their life in order and in a better direction, and they decided to come back to religious as they had been. And now he was fully observant, all because of that stop. And I thought to myself, look what an impact that stop had on him. Where am I in my life? I returned to Texas and I resigned from the Border Patrol. And I made a decision to move to a more Jewish environment where I too could go back to my roots. And I decided to settle in Miami. And I decided I need to add some mitzvot to my daily routine. I decided tefillin would be the perfect mitzvah to add. So I'm driving down the road. I just made this decision to wear tefillin, but I don't have them. And where am I going to do that? And all of a sudden, I see these six rabbis in a van. That's why I pulled you over to get help with keeping my new commitment of putting on tefillin. Hashem help that we should do good things and make good commitments and be allowed and be able to fulfill them. Have a great week. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live.